Get yourself a cup of tea. This is a series going through the post-production of a portrait session from importing files, selecting the best images, editing, retouching, and distributing the final photographs. In this video, we'll start with importing. The photo session is over and we're at the beginning of the post-production workflow. We need to get those pictures off the camera and onto the computer, placed into an easy-to-use file system and given metadata so you can find them quickly anytime you want. The process needs some sort of photo organization software. This could be software that came with your camera, like Canon's DPP or Hasselblad Focus, or something fancier like Capture One, Bridge, or Lightroom. If you're experienced, you've already got your preference. If you're new or on a budget, I'd avoid subscription software services and use your camera's software, or sometimes you can find Photoshop Elements, and I use that for years. It's got everything you need. Here, I'm using Lightroom. Plug in your memory card reader into the computer, or you can connect directly to the camera via USB. On import, there are two things we can do to make our lives easier. One, keep an intuitive folder structure, because if you lose your Lightroom catalog or change to a different software in the future, you'd want your images in a clear folder system. And then two, create metadata so you can search for your files easily. I'll spend a bit of time here to save a lot of time later. In the library module, click on Import and find your images. I use embedded and sidecar previews because they have a small file size and that helps speed up the selection process later. Pictures I zoom in on will automatically generate larger previews, but I definitely don't need them up front for the full set of images. I also add a develop preset of things I know every picture will need, so I don't have to worry about them again. Just lens corrections and a small amount of sharpening. For this, go to any image already imported, make your changes in the develop module, and then add that preset in the panel on the left. Metadata is included in the Apply During Import tab. Add keyword descriptors for the entire session. You can add keywords for individual pictures after the import in the library module. The folder structure is addressed in the Destination tab on the right. Pick your parent folder in the tree, tick the Into Subfolder checkbox, name the folder. I like to use a date and session code along with the sitter's name. Back to the import process, you can save your import parameters as a preset at the bottom of the import screen, and that automates this entire process next time you import. Tethering is great to show your sitter large previews of images as they're being created. I've not had much success with Lightroom for tethering, and I know other software does it better, but I do have a solid Lightroom workaround. I set my camera's software to place images in a capture folder, and camera software often have a really good tethering solution. Then you can set Lightroom to auto import from that folder. File, auto import settings. Choose to watch the folder where the tethered images are being dumped and the folder where you'd like the images to live in the same way we did for the SD card import. Probably a good time to back up your images to an alternate drive, but I usually wait until after the selection process so I don't waste any drive space with rejects. My backup drives are external old school hard disks, slow but high capacity, and they'll last longer without power than SSDs. The photos are now off the camera in a folder tagged with basic metadata, and in the next video, I'll go through my rapid selection process to categorize the best and the worst images.